Not One Word by the Collingsworth Family. How did that song come about? It started on June the 23rd, 2020. Jeff Steele, great songwriter, part of the Steeles, decades of putting out great music. Jeff and I, in the last couple of years, got in the habit of talking several times a week. And on June the 23rd, 2020, we were exchanging some texts. Jeff is also the pastor of Redeeming Grace Church in Cullman, Alabama. So what I get is sometimes during the week I get a preview of the Sunday sermon. And I think that's what was happening on June the 23rd. I actually have screenshots of the text to this day. Jeff was telling me about recounting something that was going to be part of his sermon from 2011 when there was the ice storm and winter storm and they were without power for 6 days. And Jeff said, every time I went back to my Bible, though, and opened it up, Daniel was still coming out of the lion's den. The 3 Hebrew children were still coming out of the fiery furnace with no smell of smoke on their clothes. And so he went on a little roll there. And I chimed back with, not one word of God has changed, every promise still remains. And he came back with something, and then was stopped in that text. This sounds like a song. So, of course it was. We got together on a Zoom call with Brad Steele, Jeff's son, incredibly talented in every aspect of music. And so this was actually the first time I'd written with Jeff. We're both kind of, I mean, we've talked for years, but we're both kind of the school, I guess, these days where if something comes up, it'll come up. If it don't, it don't. And so something came up. So we got on a Zoom call and wrote this song with me, Jeff, and Brad. Wrote Not One Word. They drove up here to the studio here at Mansion Entertainment and in Franklin, Tennessee. And Brad did a keyboard vocal demo. And it sounded great, did a great job. But the funny part of the story is before they were out of the parking lot, I had already queued this demo up in an email and sent it off to Phil Collingsworth Sr. And the Collingsworth Family had recorded on their previous album a song I co-wrote with Marty Funderburk, God Still Delivers. And when we finished this demo, I was like, man, I think this song would be good for them. So I sent it to Phil, and it wasn't long. I heard back from Phil, and he said, hey, put that on hold for us. So songwriter, publishing terminology, that means don't send it to anybody else. Hang on to it. We want to do it. So the Collingsworth Family did record this with producer Bradley Knight. And I just have to say this about, it's on their Just Sing album with Gaither Music Series. I have to say this about their recording. As a songwriter, you know, we envision, we do the lyrics and we kind of have a little rough version. We get demos done. And with every step, we always envision that song elevating to a place we kind of have a vision for, you know. When Brad did the demo, he elevated it. It just felt so good. But when Phil shared a preview of the recording with us, we were just blown away. It was like, wow. They took Not One Word and just elevated it beyond what we had envisioned for the song. So that's how Not One Word came about. Collingsworth Family recording it. You can visit the Collingsworth Family at thecollingsworthfamily.com. Get their new Just Sing album, or you can search for Not One Word on all your streaming platforms and take a listen to it. How the song was written.